Hey fellow scavengers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, episode 24, A Pile Full of Fusion. I have a decent amount of RCS fuel, so I think I'm going to head down to this one next. And so far I have not found a ship that I think would be good to buy for fusion capability. Not taking the thermostats? No. I mean, they're not rare enough. I could have. I just don't see that it's a big deal. All right, Megan. You are just a little sleepy. Not a problem. I'm a little bit more sleepy, but I'm going to give her time off first. Would a turbo pump prevent the alarm from beeping? Yeah, so if you had a turbo pump, if I had space to put a turbo pump here, I would need to change the orientation of my airlock so that the turbo pump could pull air out of the airlock. It would be possible to avoid the alarms, but it also is possible to overpressurize the internal cabin. Basically, I could improve it, but the cost benefit of improving it is like a few dollars of gas. It's like, I don't really care. What I care more about is the CO2 buildup within the ship. I'm going to have to tend to that way sooner than I'm going to have to tend to expending too much oxygen or nitrogen for the airlock cycling. I think we're in next shift too, so before we park here, or before I board this next ship, I ought to pay down the debts. This is a big ship too. Nice. Very large. Oh, it's really, really large. And it's in D? It's rare to see a D quality. It means it's not like totally trashed. Prepay mortgage. All of it. Okay. I am completely out of debt. Mortgage is completely paid off. $254,000 just paid. I had some like late payment fees, but it's like $80, so whatever. Kadath! Holy moly! Alright, I'm gonna be pink. Where's my pink? Thank you for the gifted subs. Cheers! Alright, the death case file I'm going to leave on the ship. The PDA for Megan I'm going to leave on the ship. My battery is 31 charge. I'm going to switch for the other one. And in we go. It does have a helium tank. Nice! As I said, that's probably going to be the rarest item. The one that we need to find more than any others when it comes to getting a working fusion going. So finding that is a godsend. I didn't bring my dolly. If there's enough parts to warrant grabbing the dolly, I can always go back and grab it. Character is getting a little bit sleepier though. This is a big one. All right, we got a heater. That might not be bad to take. A heater and a cooler are, you know, the... Oh my god. Scorpio! I thank you again. Cheers. A heater and a cooler are the minimum for a thermostat. It's also worth noting that the reactor kind of runs hot, so it is useful to have multiple coolers. Generally, you'll not need multiple heaters unless you have like a mega ship or like separate compartments or whatever. But multiple coolers is not unreasonable. There's also some there's some missions that you can have access to move AI drone cargo pods, and those things are freaking hot. If you ever do one of those missions, you should have many coolers ready to cool down your ship, because otherwise it's literally going to heat stroke and kill you. Like no joke. So we got the heater, the cooler, and the fusion parts, and there's at least a helium tank here. Another environmental manual. Doesn't sell quite as much as the fusion manual. In fact, the fusion manual only sells for a few hundred. We have a bunch of light framework flooring, but the flooring on this ship is not light framework, so this isn't, as far as I can tell, a light framework ship. Just has some spare floors that are. Has a large cargo web, but I don't see any. It doesn't seem to have cargo. It has a heavy water tank. Is there a door here? No. Who puts a deuterium tank on cargo web? That's insane. Bell, thank you for the bits. Man, we're probably close to like maxed out marathon time, I'd imagine by now. Thanks to all of you guys. Holy hell. Cheers. Alright, Megan. Sorry about your legs. I know they're now splat. Oh boy! Yeah! This is such an intact reactor core. It's going to be really easy to get a working fusion out of this. This has one pellet feeder, a cryo pump that I don't even need, a laser capacitor, a fuel regulator, another core pump that I don't need, the actual reactor core. Oh, this is beautiful. That is a lot of the parts that I'm looking for. Oh, that's just, that's so good. So good. I mean, it's missing stuff. It's missing, yeah, it's missing quite a lot of parts, actually. So, it's missing an MDF. MDFs, I don't, it's missing the laser. It's missing at least one laser. So, here, I'll do this so you can actually see. So, what is it missing? It's missing an MDF. It's missing, an actual laser. It's missing. It has the fuel regulator. I don't know that there's a cryo tank here. So it might also be missing a cryo tank. But you know what? Who cares? It's still loaded. So I'll come back for that stuff later. And just knowing that it's there is a huge boon. God, that was lucky. Honestly, very lucky. Searching for fusion parts can be... I've already been up here. Can be brutal. Oh, update my goals. No more debt. True. That was so nice of a find. Honestly, of all the things found on this ship, this helium canister is my favorite. Because of the amount of helium you need to do torch drive burns. That's still probably going to be what I'm having to look for in the long run. So the fuel, in order to run it, once you have a fusion reactor, the fuel that you use is like one part heavy water to like 4 or 5 parts helium. So you need 4 or 5 times more helium cans than heavy water cans. And then also, of course, coolant. If you don't have coolant, your reactor will melt down and you'll die. Let's keep exploring the rest of the ship before I do all the fusion parts, though. Might be some... No ablative liners in here. No, none. Okay. And the rest of the ship is actually cargo webbing, I think. I don't think I've missed very much. It's mostly an empty ship with just a good fusion reactor room. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, let's repair the parts that we want. So, fuel regulator repair. So, speaking about the parts that I'm harvesting, obviously the tanks are pretty self-explanatory. The fuel regulator regulates the pellet feeders feeding pellets to the reactor core. And then the... Did I get a laser off of this? Yeah, then it's like shot with lasers to create fusion. And the pellet feeder feeds the pellets that get lasered for fusion. For the reactor core itself, there are these attachment points. There's 12 attachment points around the reactor core, and it doesn't matter how they're attached. So each of these little ports here, you can attach, like, I could swap the pellet feeder and the fuel reactor. It wouldn't really matter. They're completely interchangeable. If the gas hauler, so the ship I have right now is a medium ship technically, but it's on the smaller side of medium. The entire, like, the reactor itself is larger than my entire ship. So I'm going to be shopping for a larger ship in order to get it reactor ready. Because trying to retrofit my ship would require a lot of construction. I mean, it was voted on at the start of the stream, and it was voted that I buy a bigger ship. So I'm going to repair the core pump too, but we don't need 2 core pumps, so I'll just sell one of them. And then field coils is actually... The field coils under this reactor core are broken. Field coils don't sell for very much, nor do cryopumps, so I'm going to leave the field coils and cryopumps, because I don't... They're not worth taking. Am I grabbing components from my own ship? I guess it doesn't really matter. Nope. Still grabbing it from their ship. So the plan is to buy a larger ship, get it to be able to limp around, and then have it dock to, ideally, a large ship made of light framework parts, and then strip that large ship made of light framework parts for the things that we need to build our ship. So, things like floors, walls, and conduits, I'm not interested in taking now. 1, because I don't have room for. 2, because eventually we're going to be docking with a large salvage ship and then just scrapping the salvage ship for parts. So, I'm going to take what I'm going to take, and the things I'm not taking, I intend to take elsewhere. Yes, this flame indicator indicates that my suit is hot. Suits are always hot. Just unavoidable. The last thing we need is the reactor core itself. And if we take a look at the control panel of the reactor core, you can see the how to turn on the reactor core. So on the bottom left here is the checklist. You have the power bus, which the reactor to be able to turn on requires power from your ship initially. Eventually, you can have the reactor charge your ship. But initially, we'll have to draw power from it. Core purge. So core, and you know, I'm going to talk about this later once we actually fire up our first. But controlling the reactor core through the control panel helps you, sort of guides you about how to turn it on, but it's not perfect. You will need some additional knowledge. And reactor core parts, just like the fusion core coils, are not dollyable. Drag, drag, drag. And there's 4 of them. So the coils is a two-piece. The fusion reactor is a 4-piece. And then there's other things that are like multiple pieces as well. Like a towing brace, for instance, is a 2-piece. When it comes down to it, it doesn't matter which. There isn't like an order. It isn't like part 1 of 2. Part 2 of 2, it's just like you need 4 of these. So unlike Project Zomboid, for instance, where you're disassembling a shelf and you have, or a bed, and you have like part 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, 4 of 4. In this game, if I found 1 out of 2 towing braces, all I would need is another 1 out of 2 towing braces, and that would be enough. All right, I think for storage size and other reasons, I am going to make my way back to K-Leg to drop off this stuff into storage. Megan is rested. I am not. Hey, guess what? It's nap time for me. Pantsless nap time. Megan, get up. You are now on the clock. And it's what, 13? So I am clocking out. I forgot to buy... I need to buy shoes at some point. Alright, she has more battery charge than I do, that's fine. That is a big, ugly brick of a ship. Oops. Keep blowing past bearing 0. Reducing my cross velocity. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see how accurately I can approach K-Leg by like lining up pinpoint perfect. 0 cross velocity and 0 bearing. It's also weird that it says my active character is me, even though I'm like asleep. Doubt. And I'll come in at about, let's say 125. Alright, Megan, your drill has 47 charge, your Weber has 55, yep. Totally fine. Yeah, you can really tell how much mass we added by the RCS slider. Yes, we've like doubled the mass of this ship as a result of all the junk we're hauling. He's telepathically piloting from a sleeping bag, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Oh, speaking of which, where is our new... Here, let's eat the algae. Where is... Oh, here's the PDA. Pick up. This is yours now. Use. Link. Good. So now her PDA is linked to the ship's nav. So the purpose of that, if you're wondering, is anywhere, like anywhere, you can just go to nav map. Oh, I thought this was linked. Okay. Okay, it is linked now. And we can see where we are in space for how close we are to the target and all that through your PDA. Which is very useful on large ships when your nav console might not be close to where you are standing. Oh, right, she is not particularly skilled in EVA, so taking this off will, she'll repair faster. No longer hampered by the lack of skill wearing bulky suits. I really need sneakers. I really need shoes for her so she doesn't end up getting blisters on her feet. I'm actually going to leave this on so that she doesn't get blisters, because blisters is like super annoying to deal with. What ends up happening is you get blisters and for whatever reason those conditions like basically never go away. I don't think we should be getting that close yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. No, it's still 15 kilometers away. They're not even going to say that we can dock. We're too far out. I think it's because we're coming up on skimming Ganymede. So I'm going to not pinpoint arrive there so that we don't, like, hit the asteroid. Are there shoes that can work under an EVA suit? No. But being barefoot is bad, so I don't mind having to take the shoes on and off every time I put on the suit. It's fine. What I'm trying to say is I don't mind getting dressed in the morning. Did I save after my big loot? You know what? I haven't. So let's... There's been some autosaves, but... big loot. There you go. Just in case. They need some slipper of some kind? Given the, like, debris, even on K-Leg, I wouldn't feel safe in slippers. Like, there's just trash everywhere. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm gonna, manually drag off all the parts that I intend to keep. Oh, right, you're not allowed to leave. There we are. And just, like, store them near the airlock. And then I'll sell the rest. Because I don't want to sell this stuff. Let's grab shoes. So that I can be out of this suit. And then it also might be a good idea, while I'm, like, repairing everything and moving everything, to recharge our suit batteries as much as possible. Bingham batteries aren't that expensive in the scheme of things, though. So, like, if I need to just buy new ones, because my old ones are out of power, I could. I'm not going to break the bank. For real? You don't have shoes? T-shirts, dusters... Okay. I guess we're not doing it there. What about crap? The crap dealer. And then before I forget, we were low on RCS fuel. Did she buy it? I'm not really sure. But yeah, she shouldn't be the one to actually sell anything, because that's a problem in its own right. Oh, speaking of towing braces, here is, there is enough... Ooh. So towing braces are really expensive, as you can see. They're buying both would be about 120k. I don't know if that would be a worthwhile investment right now. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys vote on it. It also has a laser array that we could buy. I think I'm going to buy the CO2 pressure alarm and send it to... let's not send it to the barter zone. Now, the laser array, I'm not going to buy because I think we're going to find laser arrays well before we find all the helium tanks that we need. So that's not a big need. But I will ask, I will poll, should I spend 120k on towing braces? So if you're, I personally, just to weigh in and put my thumb on the scale a little bit, I think it's probably not a good buy. So what towing braces allow you to do is when you're docked with a ship, it allows you to essentially attach two ships together at the airlocks and then drag the other ship around. So it can be useful, but not 120k useful, in my opinion. But I'm going to have you vote on it anyway. So if you want to overrule me, that's cool. Polls above my head. Was there compression leggings here? No. And I don't think there was on the other vendor either. Oh, right. She doesn't have any money. All right. If that's the case, I'm going to have her just open all these doors so that I can move through them a little easier. And just drag parts. And then Captain Rhadamant will wake up right when it's time to sell everything. So I'm dragging... Oh. Very, very... Okay. So one of the issues of nesting parts in a stack is it's not exactly kosher and you can crash, and I crashed. So thank you for reminding me to save in time because... yeah, I booted the desktop. I hope that's not a recurring bug. I hope I'm able to drag things out. Yeah, that save definitely came in handy. It saved me, if you will. Sorry, not sorry. It would have been a bummer. Well, I still would have had the ship. We had an autosave where I was like there or whatever. And then even if we didn't have the ship, if I'm not mistaken, just knowing which ship we went to, we could just return there and have all the same stuff. That I believe, don't quote me, but I believe the way it works is the parts of the ship and all that are sort of genned as soon as you see the little asterisk star of it being navigation 2. All right, let's try this again. Wait, why am I... Oh, go to sleep. And a lot of the items that are on the ground here, like, need to be repaired. Oh, that's not going to fit. It's funny, I'm going to have like a unassembled fusion reactor sitting here on KLAC. I'm glad there's no litter laws. They get real pissed. Okay. I think... Oh, there's a Weber battery? Just, like, sitting here? I did not know that. What I can try to do for the benefit of K-Leg, and it looks like I, like, lost 2 of the fusion parts. Whatever. As long as I don't lose helium tanks, like I said. Is, I can try to Jenga it neatly so that it's not terrible. I will do my best doing that. See, now I'm like filling the hallway nice and even. I'll just keep up with that pattern. All right, let's drop the dolly here. No, there's still reactor core stuff in here. Cool. And of course, this is just a reminder, stuff I don't intend to sell. So this is like my future fusion core. Hauling stuff. Just in case I crash again. Little insurance. This, for whatever, reminds me of when, like, flight attendants tell you not to, like, block the corridors or whatever. It's like, yeah, we were supposed to do that, huh? Whoops. I wouldn't call this unlimited storage. There is a finite amount of space on K-Leg, but it is free storage. Again, very surprised they don't have like a litter rule, but they don't. So I will abuse K-Leg. They do tax the crap out of me. Let's be honest. K-Leg's taxes are high. So whatever. I'm fine with this. Oops. No, don't take off your suit. I kind of want a black helmet, so oopsie. I may have made one disappear. My character is not necessarily against slightly illegal things. As long as we break even. You know, kind of like channeling our inner Malcolm Reynolds. And if you don't know who that is, you should watch Firefly as soon as this marathon's over. Alright, what else? The other reactor core. Okay, so we have 4 parts of the reactor core, 2 of the fusion coils, the laser capacitor, 2 core pumps. Actually, one of these core pumps is going back inside, because I'm not keeping both. We don't need to. So the things inside the ship are intended for sale, minus the helmet. I'd like to keep the helmet. So let's somehow or another, I made a gray... Oh, no, there's the gray helmet. Hey, Megan. You want a gray helmet? It's all yours. You can get out of that orange. And... the other thing I wanted to do is to recharge the batteries while we're, like, repairing stuff. For our suits. I am sure I am not going to do a very good job of remembering that I'm doing that. So, yeah, chat, I'm somewhat relying on you to remind me that my suit doesn't have batteries and I'll suffocate and die if I don't grab the new batteries back. Oh, we have a bunch of batteries already being charged here. I'm going to let them just keep charging. I think these are ours, and just previous me put them there. And this thing has 70% charge. Cool. Did I ever install a Weber battery charger? I know we have a GOT one. I don't think I do. Given that I'm about to have to repair a lot, let's swap the batteries out for our drill and start to auto task. I really, really, really want shoes though, so that I can get out of the suit and work faster. So the next, it's going to be a long time before the stuff changes for sale. I should have looted random shoes from that place. Because, yeah, I don't think there are shoes anywhere for sale here. Nope. Okay, well, I'm just going to deal with wearing a suit. I'll suck up the repair speed. I could check black market. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. The problem with checking black market is she's not the one to buy, so if I check black market, I'm going to have to use my own character. Which means putting on one of those batteries. But if I'm headed over to the black market, I might as well sell all the data I got on these PDAs to on the black market, because they usually sell for more black marketed. So if I'm going over there anyway, we'll talk to her data broker. Right, fam? They're asking for help for me, but that doesn't really align with my goals, so I don't really care. So they're selling a nav console, purple coveralls for, you know, a very easy to afford 662,000. Ooh, yeah. Some of these sell good. So this is the data on my PDA, but I'm not selling the PDA itself. So 11K for one of those, 9K for another. 3K, 3K. I also need to report to law enforcement that I found a dead body. But she wasn't selling shoes. Or I can report the dead body to the manager, the port manager too. Either one works. There's really nothing I want to buy off that right now. I wouldn't mind, given my current windfall, to buy some nice food. So I'm gonna buy some chili vinegar fish balls. Don't send it to the barter zone because I want to eat it. What? Long for better food? It's good. It's actual food. It's not packaged weirdness. I don't see any Leo here. No, I don't see any law enforcement here. F1, like, turns off shadow mode, so it makes it a little easier to spot people. But no, there's no law enforcement, at least not outside of their bunks. We'll try the commercial district. Does reporting stuff give you some kind of reputation? It might increase your standing with whoever you're reporting to, and then there's also a reward. So I couldn't find a law enforcement officer, so I'm gonna report. Let's see. Don't report just as a death. It wasn't just a death; they were poisoned to death. Report case is just a death. Fine, whatever. I'm just going to close it. Oh, no, I don't have my case file. That's the problem. So, I dropped that on the ground, didn't I? Steel Boot, thank you for the resub, by the way. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 11th and January 12th as a marathon, continuing where we left off in the December marathon of Ostranauts as well. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, people that turned out to join in on the marathon, and also viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow astronauts.